What's up YouTube, FritzBow here, and welcome to my first video. This video will be on the top 10 Dragon Ball Super fights, and out of all these years and stuff like that. By the way, I'm not going to be adding the Resurrection F or the Battle of Gods movies. Those fights are not going to be in here because they're Dragon Ball Z, technically, not Super, but anyway. Yeah, most of these things are probably gonna be from the Universal Tournament, and I'm also not counting the Vegeta and Goku thing that just happened. But I'm not including it because it wasn't really a fight; it was just a moment, and it was one of my favorite moments. Without any further ado, let's get right into the top 10. Coming in at number 10 is Universe 7 versus Anisla, or I don't really know how to say his name, but besides that, the animation in this episode was really good. I feel like they drew Android 17 a little better than everybody else. I don't know. You guys tell me, but that was good. The soundtrack was really good, and the moment in general, Universe 7, it was like a Dragon Ball Z fight. Back in the day when it was everybody, the Z fighters versus one monster or one enemy. And it gave me Dragon Ball Z vibes. It was really good. I really do think this belongs definitely in everybody's top 10 at least. One of the best Universal Tournament episodes. And yeah, that's number 10. Coming in at number 9 is Goku and Vegeta versus Universe 9. Now, the thing that really stood out in this episode, was Goku and Vegeta actually working together a little bit, and every moment with Goku and Vegeta, to be honest, when they're working together is always a good moment. To me at least, it's always some of the best moments. And the fighting, power scaling was on point. Animation, especially for these earlier episodes in the Universal Tournament, that was on point. And the what's it called? Final Kamehameha at the end. That was really good. I like that whole final Kamehameha thing at the end. But yeah, that was number 9. Let's get into number 8. Coming in at number 8 is Goku versus Gohan, and I really wish I could put this higher up on the list because it was so good, man. I'm talking about, okay, to be honest, I wanted Goku to absolutely annihilate Gohan, even in his mystic form, and that's kind of what happened. So I was super happy with this fight. It was epic overall. Like, I really liked this episode, really liked this fight. It was so much to look forward to, and it absolutely delivered at its fullest. And I wish I could put this higher on the list, but there's so much good stuff in this, in the Universal Tournament, and that's mostly what the list is about. But I wish I could put this higher on the list. Like I said, I definitely think it deserves the number 8 spot because of the animation, voice narration, and overall just being a decent episode and everything. So yeah, it definitely deserves its number 8 spot. Let's get into number 7. Coming in at number 7 is Vegeta versus Goku Black, and I'm saying if you're a Vegeta fan, then you're gonna be mad at me for not putting this higher on the list because it was good to see Vegeta finally get his moment. And instead of Goku doing everything, it was Vegeta and Goku, mostly Vegeta, and that's why I was so happy with this episode because he absolutely wrecked Goku Black, especially what happened to him before Goku Black beat him. Then after that, he wrecked Goku Black super bad. Then it was a good fight overall. Animation, like I said, good. Music pretty good. Voice narration good. Just everything about this fight, was pretty good. I just wish it was longer. That's my only thing. It will probably be higher on the list. But yeah, this is number 7. Going on to number 6. Coming in at number 6 is Jiren versus Hit, and it was finally, the reason I put this so high is because I always wanted to see Hit and Jiren fight, and they executed this episode really, really well. Because Hit was one of the only people in the tournament who could actually touch Jiren now that Goku was down, and they did this episode at the perfect time. And the soundtrack, that was really good. I really liked the soundtrack in this episode. The animation pretty good. Not as good as some other episodes, but it was really good. Some decent animation, and the fight overall, it was really entertaining. It was really long, lengthy, and that's what I liked about it. That's why I put it so high up on the list, because it was really lengthy, and the power scaling was amazing, And so that was number 6. Let's get into number 5. Coming in at number 5 is Trunks versus Merge Zamasu, and he actually, kills Merge Zamasu. which was really satisfying. That when I'm talking about this was one of the best episodes. It was one of the best, really one of the best episodes, especially for back in the day when the tournament wasn't a thing. This was a really exciting episode for It was a really exciting episode for Dragon Ball, and it was just really good. You know, overall, the animation, the soundtrack was amazing. It was just too good. I love the soundtrack in this episode, especially the ending when he actually kills Zamasu. And you know, it proves that not only Goku does everything. You know, Trunks defeated Zamasu this time, and everybody always says Goku does this, Goku does that. Well, Trunks actually won this, you know, so that was really good to see, and I like how everything was executed. So yeah, that was number 5. Let's get into number 4. Coming in at number 4 is Goku versus Hit, and if you watch this episode, if you've been watching the early Dragon Ball episodes, Dragon Ball Super episodes, you know how this made everybody feel. Mixing Kaioken, make it come back, and mixing it with Blue was just absolutely amazing. And you know, so much questions were raised, and that's why it was so interesting. You know, and you know, if you, like I said, if you watched it when, you know, Dragon Ball was kind of low, like it wasn't as good as it is now, and you saw this episode, you definitely agree with me. You have to at least put this in the top 10, dude. It was so good, and you know, the music, that was one of the best. It's one of the best songs to put in a fight. You know, the original theme animation was looking good. Kaioken itself was looking good, yes. And you know, the fight was really long, which I really like. I like lengthy fights, and that's what this delivered, and that's why I liked it so much. And yeah, that's why I know it has to deserve its number 4 spot. And let's get into number 3. Coming in at number 3 is, of course, Merge Zamasu versus Vegito. Now, people went crazy over this fight. This was one of the best animated, you know, fights in Dragon Ball Super back in the day. It was just really good overall. The whole fight, everything was good. The whole fight. The one thing, I would probably put this in number 2 if it was longer. I would love it to be longer. It was so short. It wasn't so short. It was like, you know, it wasn't a whole episode, but it was not short. It was not long either. So animation looking good. Soundtrack definitely good. And you know, the moment in itself, Vegito coming back, that was awesome. Now all we have to see is Gogeta. But anyway, that probably won't happen. But if it does, you know, you're gonna see a video on that on my channel. But yeah, Vegito, and that's number 3. Let's get into number 2. Coming in at number 2 is Kefla versus Goku, Ultra Instinct, and I'm just gonna say this: that fight was so good, dude. My dude, Goku, first of all, he took his Kamehameha, he slid like a skateboard. He skateboarded off whatever Kefla just did. She did an energy blast at the end. He slid off of it. That's easily one of the best moments in Dragon Ball. Easily one of the best episodes in Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball in a general history. It was it had one of the best moments, some of the best animation, best soundtrack, you know, and you know, it was just good overall. The episode was really good, and I want to put this at number 1, but you know, I'm sure you guys know it's gonna be number 1, and it just couldn't beat it. I'm sorry. It was just, I watched number 1 a million times. But anyway, number 2, yeah, definitely 100% deserve your spot. Some people are going to be mad at me for not putting it at number 1. But yeah, number 2 definitely deserves its spot. Let's go on to the last one, number 1. Coming in at number 1 is, of course, with no doubt, Goku versus Jiren. First time Goku went Ultra Instinct. Now, if you watched it, you know what I'm talking about. There's no way nothing else in this list beat this. It had the best animation in Dragon Ball Super. Well, probably second to best animation, which is really good. The best soundtrack, period. It had the best soundtrack. It had, you know, it just had everything. The fight was so long that they had to split it into 2 episodes. I'm not just talking about Ultra Instinct. I'm talking about Goku versus Jiren. They split this into 2 episodes. Like, I mean, come on. It was lengthy. It had good animation, good soundtrack, good fight. I mean, there was nothing else you could have given. You could have shown me this, and like, it was just too good. Like, there was nothing that could have beat it. Easily, nothing that could have beat it. The only thing that stands up to it to me is the K-Flow one, and nah, if you watched it again, not really, because this is too good. But anyway, if you guys agreed with me, be sure to drop a like, subscribe if you want, and yeah, thank you for watching. I will talk to you guys later.